say they need 2 Senate Republican votes to pass the long overdue budget. The Assembly approved the $145 billion budget early this morning. Things have slowed down in the Senate as Republicans fight for a plan that eliminates the state budget. The Senate president vows to lock the senators in the Capitol until they reach a deal, even if it takes all weekend. After nearly a week of intense discussion, Fresno County supervisors have officially approved their budget. 3 of the 5 supervisors say the $1.7 billion spending plan is a responsible one. But Supervisors Susan Anderson and Phil Larson disagree. Anderson says there are too many calculation errors, while Larson fears county jobs might be cut in the future if the state doesn't deliver funding.
I voted no for the simple reason that some of the money that we're planning on is still just in the thinking stage at the state of California in Sacramento. And if that money doesn't come through, we're going to have even greater cuts.
Last year we did the same thing. You make assumptions based on where you believe you're going to be. If the numbers don't come in, then you make adjustments during the year. That's a very common practice for government.
Final budget includes deep cuts for most county departments, but avoids layoffs in law enforcement, which was a major concern.
Plans are for Fire Station number 16 in West Central Fresno to close. It is located on Cornelia, just north of Ashland. And while another one is going to be built nearby, several residents are fighting to keep the firehouse open. For many residents of the Central West neighborhood, Fire Station number 16 is the crown jewel.
This is our central point. They are the heart of our community.
Sherry Smith is one of those against the station moving. Plans are for a new one to be built a little more than 2 miles away.
This station serves our community and within 4 minutes of excellence.
Her partner in this effort to keep the firehouse in the community, 11-year-old Gus Gomez. His dream is to become a nurse and, you guessed it, a firefighter. But right now, he's focused on saving this fire station.
Well, if they move it, they're not going to be here in time. So I wanted him to be here in time and help the community.
But the city has other plans. City Council member Blanc Zhang says the decision to build a new fire station was made by the prior council and says this 20-year-old station was only supposed to be a temporary one in the first place, and says the new one will serve the needs of a growing neighborhood a lot better.
It's actually going to improve the service time for the growing neighborhood, and that's one of the things. Public safety is still a priority, and making sure that that it does move, that it still meet within that time frame that the fire department is trying to achieve.
While Fresno City Fire Chief Randy Brugman understands the passion of the residents for the fire station to stay there, he says the placement of the new firehouse will assure all residents receive a 4-minute response time.
Home was badly damaged by fire tonight east of Clovis. A county fire spokesman says the blaze burned in the garage of this home for quite a while before neighbors noticed it, then called 911. The fire spread from the garage to the kitchen, but crews were able to prevent flames from spreading to the rest of the house. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. The owners are apparently out of town. Damage estimated at $150,000. Dropping water levels at Millerton Lake have managers concerned. The lake has dropped 10 feet in the past 10 days, and it's now at a 20-year low. Water authorities say if the water continues to drop, they could be facing an emergency this August. The result, South Valley water users may be forced into pumping more groundwater, causing higher energy and production costs, which could be passed on to consumers.
We're dropping the lake about 1,400 acre-feet a day, and if that continues, then maybe by the end of August, we might be at that critical point where we will not be able to deliver water into the Flying Current Canal.
Park rangers are also warning boaters and swimmers to be extra careful in the shallow water.
You are looking at some very happy muggles. Die-hard fans in London waited for days to be the first people to buy the 7th and final book in the Harry Potter saga at midnight. In the book's publisher, well, they hosted a block party complete with a whomping willow and a stream of fans working their wizardry. I can barely get through that story because of all the names and what are muggles and muggles. I don't know.
Everybody's just
Alex,
watching the clock, though.
I'm with you. I can't keep it all straight. You guys are, you guys with Gryffindor?
Yeah.
Who's with, all right, who's with Slithering? Is it Slithering? Anybody? No.
what is this that you have here around your neck?
This is a time turner, and if you turn it, it was showed in the third movie. You can go back in time and change anything you want.
And that was in the third movie?
The third movie and the third book.
What happens to Harry at the end of this book?
I have no idea, but I hope he lives.
We're going to find out soon. We're less than an hour away from the official sale of the new Harry Potter book. I'm live here at Barnes & Noble. We'll talk to these guys here in just a few minutes. Let's take a look at the forecast now. Live pinpoint Doppler 2400. It's quiet this evening. It's going to stay that way right through the weekend. A nice one coming up. It's 71 in Merced right now, 75 in Visalia. In the Fresno area now, 77 degrees. It is a very nice night to be outside. And there's a look at the Potter forecast for midnight. Clear, warm, 77, northwest wind at about 10 miles an hour. And if you're not here at Barnes & Noble and you just want to enjoy Saturday, there it is. We break it down for you. Sunshine at 8 and 70, 86 at noon, 95 at 5 o'clock. It is going to be warmer tomorrow. We're going to get into the upper 90s. Where's Hermione? Here she is. Step forward, Hermione. She's got the outfit on. What's your name?
Casey.
No, it's Hermione.
Hermione.
You look very good. Are you ready to get in line with about, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds and thousands? Is it thousands?
It was like a mile long.
Thousands of people set to get in line. They're all ready to go and they're excited. Harry Potter on sale at midnight tonight. I'm going to come back. We'll take a look at the complete weekend forecast and how hot it's going to be next week. I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
But you know everything you need to know about Harry Potter, and that's what's important.
There's a lot more to learn, Alex, I'm sure.
All right, thanks so much. Well, Barry has a new fan. Could it be you?
No.
Alex Abalakian.
I think it's Anthony.
It may be. Well, Alex wants to know who changed his weekend plan for Bond.
Rescue workers rush to save a farm worker trapped under his own tractor.
Plus, we'll tell you why President Bush will be handing over power to the Vice President.
The Daily 3.
Oh.
Because he ordered.
So,
Get more money if you get the order.
Okay, so I messed up. Okay.
That's okay.
Mega Million, 6, 13, 30, 41, 52, and your Mega Million number ball, 26.
Your mega number.
Mega number on the yellow ball, 26.
Oh, yeah. Boy, it's Friday, isn't it?
Thank
It looks
goodness.
beautiful out there. I love this town. You're watching KSEE 24 News at 11.
Identity theft with a sinister twist, creating a fictional person with your...
Ranger, with the best gas mileage of any truck in America. Get 0% plus $2,007 cash back on every Ford truck during model year clearance at your California Ford dealer.
These cows are replacing a PB&J with a grilled cheese made with Kraft American Singles. It's got the taste kids love with half the sugar and double the calcium of a PB&J. Kraft Singles, herds of mooey gooey goodness. Big stories and breaking news first. This is KSEE 24 News at 11, Central Valley's news station.
Rescue crews in Stockton rushed to save a worker who was trapped under his own tractor. Welcome back. The farm worker was working in a cherry orchard when he lost control.
Witnesses say he fell down a 30-foot cliff before the 9,000-pound tractor rolled right on top of him.
A lot of pain. We did have a language barrier, so sometimes it's tough, but he was actually pretty calm, so which is not normal usually for people in his condition.
Rescuers had to actually bring in another tractor to free him before they could get the worker to safety. Amazingly, the worker only received a few broken bones.
President Bush again urged an impatient Congress to give his troop surge in Iraq more time to succeed.
Congress to give our troops time to carry out our new strategy in Iraq. Like all wars, the fight in Iraq has had frustrating setbacks. It's also had important successes.
Top general in Iraq says it could take until next summer, at minimum, before U.S. troops can leave Iraq. That view promises to increase the political pain for Republicans seeking the White House. Frontrunner Rudy Giuliani told the New York Times the White House failed to pressure Pakistan to clean up al-Qaeda.
Tomorrow, for at least a couple of hours, Vice President Dick Cheney will take over control of the United States. The president will undergo a routine colonoscopy while at the Camp David presidential retreat tomorrow. During the procedure, President Bush will be sedated for about 2.5 hours. While he is under anesthesia, power will be transferred to Vice President Dick Cheney, who will be at his Maryland home during the day. Cheney was also in charge for the same amount of time during the president's last colonoscopy in 2002.
He's got experience then. Okay, well, it's time to check in again with Jim, and you know what? The clock is moving towards midnight.
It is about 45 minutes now, and I know you're getting excited, Jim.
Yeah, so are all these folks out here. The parking lot's filled up. People are starting to line up outside, and there's all kinds of people that have the gold wristbands. They've got their copies on the way. They're inside. This is Dumbledore. He was just asking me a moment ago, which you should already know what the weather's going to be next week.
Yeah, but I thought you were a better predictor than I am.
Thank you. This is my best friend now here at River Park. I'm going to come back and forecast details in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Next week on KSEE Sunrise, we're on the road in Fireball. That's